For me, human cloning is only one tiny step for us to one day reach eternal life. What I believe, and I think science is proving it, is that one day we'll be able to recreate ourselves. To recreate ourselves, we need to recreate this body and to recreate what is inside this brain. The body is easy through cloning, but now it's possible. We have done it several times, and we're doing it every day now.
And I said, these people have gone too far. So I decided that the time had come for me to go and denounce the prophet.
Recognize in Canada?
No, there's nothing in Canada. We're just doing it in
How do you expect to?
How are you?
Fine. How do you? I'm sorry, I'm going to have to attack you today. How do you expect to combine the genes of two same-sex parents to create a child like your press release promised in San Francisco?
You have to ask that to Dr. Boisselier. This is a scientific part. I'm not a scientist. I just support the freedom of science.
Okay, well then, I mean, you know, I'm taking on, I feel that you're offering services that you can't deliver.
No, it will come.
And
it will
you
come.
are exploiting the issue, and I'm sorry it's come to that because I know that you believe what you say and that you're a good person at heart.
Yes.
But unfortunately, when good people do bad things,
no, it will come. It's just a question of evolution.
Right. Okay. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
I think it's such good news that it's too good to believe.
Too good to believe?
Too good to believe.
You doubt their story.
Absolutely. I mean, it's impossible that they would have had this much success where so many other people have tried and failed. This is just a great big stunt, and you fellows in the media are being played for every minute of airtime they can get out of it.
Do you believe that cloning can happen? Do you believe that they do have a baby?
No, they don't have a baby. This is the biggest stunt, sort of a mixture of P.T. Barnum and Father Divine, and they've made a fantastic show of it. But they have no proof, and they haven't cloned anyone. You talk about investing money. Advanced Cell Technologies, your own corporation, big technology companies are pursuing cloning, but they're pursuing therapeutic cloning through stem cell research. The problem these people present is that they're going to get people so upset about reproductive cloning. And I want to make one really important point, because I've talked to Jamie a lot on the phone, but I think before she met the Ray aliens, cloning's about love and about helping infertile people have children. Rael suddenly said, oh, Clonate is no longer associated with the Raelian religion. It's now a separate organization, corporation, New York State Corporation, and Mark Hunt is the president, Brigitte Bossier, and Mark Hunt are running Clonate. The Raelians have nothing to do with this.
First of all, I'm not charging anything. Clonate company is completely separate than the Raelian movement.
I initiated the project at the beginning, but the cloning company belongs to Dr. Boisselier. I support her spiritually, philosophically, and religiously, and she is also bishop of in my organization.
Am I amazed that that Rael and Boisselier cooked this up so that they could work a lull during the holiday news cycle so that they could get their faces all over headline news? I'm not surprised by that. They're always cooking up a scheme like that. What I was surprised was that CNN, a major news organization, would give them the time of day and would attend this silly press conference that Boisselier staged, which I thought was ludicrous.
And at the intermission, before I was to give my talk, I turned to Rael and I said, you know, Rael, and I was telling you the truth here, I felt this way too. I said, I really feel bad that I have to denounce you today. And Rael said, oh, Randolph. I said, I'm sorry. I said, you know, I said, I think you may be a sincere man. I said, but I think you are a prisoner of your own delusions. And I don't share those delusions. You know, and your behavior has just gone beyond the pale. He said, oh, please, Randolph. Oh, no, you can change your mind. Don't do that. I said, no, it's too late. I said, at this point, I've put out my press releases. I've made my stand. You know, I'm sorry. I have to do this. And I went and I gave my testimony, in which I told Congress the obvious, and that was, you don't have to outlaw cloning.
Just enforce the laws against fraud. Look at what these people are offering. They're offering to clone you facilities that don't exist in the Bahamas. They're out telling gay couples in San Francisco they can clone them too for $250,000. You don't have to have a law against cloning, just enforce the laws against frauds, because these people are frauds. And here was this crazy space cadet cult that had been dragged to town by radical right-wing Republicans to make a spectacle and make a circus out of the issue of human cloning.
Just wondering, how did you feel it went today?
As I thought it was going to go. We Israelis believe that science should be our religion, as science saves lives while religion and superstition kill. Science destroys superstition and supernatural belief. That's why religion was always an enemy of science and progress, and is again trying to stop science at its best.
First, Mr. Rael, what strikes me is that what I've experienced today in this hearing is not religious voices overcoming scientific voices, but in fact the respected scientists, perhaps in opposition to your religious group.
I'm not surprised. I think they will be against it.
I get the impression that many of you would like to ban cloning for all time, regardless of how safe and how promising it would be.
Right, I think that's accurate.
Thank you for an honest answer.
Right.
I think they will pass a law against it. Retarded people, handicapped people, conceived by sexual intercourse. Because of that, should we make sexual reproduction forbidden? Of course not. Nothing is perfect. It has already been said. But it cannot have a double standard, I mean.
We've already addressed the issue when we decided not to make sexual intercourse illegal.
And then we are going to the next step, which is already on my schedule, which is to go to the Supreme Court. We hope it will be forbidden, in fact. We hope it will be forbidden in order to go to the Supreme Court.
I think Rael is constantly chumming the waters with stories that he hopes will get him into the newspapers, that will get him on television. He's almost like a publicity addict.
What is the
symbol of infinity?
Infinity?
Yes, this is a symbol of the Elohim.
Of the what?
The Elohim. E-L-O-H-I-M.
E-L-O-H-I-M.
Yes, that's
because the number of new members is growing magnificently thanks to our friends, the media. Thank you. $600 million of media coverage. There was a Russian journalist interviewing me. He said, "Is it true that because of us you have received $600 million of media coverage?" That was before you got here. Ka-ching, ka-ching. That I hear during your question. I too am allowed to hear the ka-ching, ka-ching. My beloved journalistic friends, they ask me if we do this for free publicity. Yes. We are publicity geniuses.
And from the very beginning of the whole clone aid thing, there was always the built-in feature of plausible denial. He always basically was letting Bosselier take the rap, and he was always saying, oh, that's separate, that's apart from me and the church.
Rael is my spiritual leader, and I chose him. And I went to a meeting, I remember it was in the center of France, where nearby, where the place he got the messages, he had this encounter, and I was alone among 600 Raelians, guests, welcoming him and very happy to see him, and I was sitting there and looking, and he went on stage and he talked. And I will always remember that, because this man, he's giving and he's making sure that people are listening to what he says so that they can be better, happier, and so that this humanity has a chance to survive. And I deeply felt that in looking at him. You can call it an act of faith, I think it's an act of, I really listen to myself. And since then I said, well, I'm going to help you, Rael. It was here. I didn't tell him, but I said, I will help you. And I did anything I could do. I asked the first week, I was Raelian, I was asking, can I put stamps on the letter that you send to people? Can I do something? Because I wanted to be part of it. I wanted to help him from a distance. He was living in Canada. Today I'm touring the world and I have the exact same feeling. I've never seen Rael, this man, my spiritual leader, fail in anything I've been seeing on that.